My wife sold all my belongings while I was deployed, thinking I'd never return, so I invited her new boyfriend over for dinner. I came back from war and knocked on the door of my home, but my wife wasn't the one to open it. Instead, it was a skinny white guy I'd never seen before standing there in a robe with a huge smile plastered on his face. "You must be the plumber. Thank goodness. Our pipes have been clogged up for almost a week." That's when I knew. He had no idea who I was. "Yeah, the pipes," I said, and he stepped aside, waving me into my own house like he owned the place, which, as I was about to find out, he basically did. The first thing that hit me was how different everything looked. My leather couch, gone. But what made my blood freeze was seeing my father's purple heart on the mantle, in a display case I'd never seen before. "Nice metal," I managed to say, walking closer to it. "Oh man, that's my prize piece." He actually picked it up, turning it over in his hands like it was some trinket. "My girlfriend gave it to me when we moved in together. She said it's from when her husband died overseas. Gave me a great deal on a bunch of military stuff." My throat went dry. Harley sold my dead father's purple heart while I was getting mortared in Afghanistan. "So how long have you guys been together?" I managed to ask through gritted teeth. His whole face lit up. "For about 10 months now. I'd left for deployment 11 months ago." That's when I heard it, the sound of a baby crying from the living room. "Is that your baby?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "Yeah, our little miracle," he beamed, picking up the infant. "Born 6 weeks ago. Harley says she looks just like her dad." The room started spinning. Things moved fast between us, but it's like they say, when you know, you know. I forced myself to nod, focusing on the metal to keep from losing it completely. "Beautiful family," I managed. He set the baby back in the bouncer, then studied me for a second. "She'll be home in about an hour. You should meet her. She loves talking to veterans." I looked at him, confused. "How do you know I served?" He pointed at my stature. "The way you're standing. Perfect posture, even while looking at pipes. My brother stood like that. He died in Iraq 5 years back." The way he said it, with that hollow sound of grief mixed with respect, I knew he was a good guy. He had no idea he was standing in my house, holding my father's medal, sleeping with my wife, raising a baby that should have been mine. "I'm sorry about your brother," I said, and I meant it. "Hey, you know what? Why don't you come back for dinner tonight? I'm making steaks, and Harley would love to meet another vet. She says it helps her feel connected to him." "Actually," I said, "let me cook for you guys. As a thank you." "I insist." He looked surprised, but pleased. "Really? That's so generous, man. I'll make sure to show you around the kitchen and help with whatever you need." The irony was palpable. 7 o'clock? I suggested. "I'll bring everything." "Deal! Harley's gonna love this surprise." After actually fixing the pipes, I left through my own front door and sat in my truck for 20 minutes, hands shaking. Then I drove to base, put on my dress uniform, the one with all my deployment ribbons, my combat action badge, everything. If Harley wanted to play widow, I'd give her exactly what she asked for. When I knocked on the door at 7, balancing the grocery bags, he answered with that same big smile. The baby was in his arms, dressed in a onesie that said "Daddy's girl." "Hey, you came, and you even wore the dress uniform. Harley's going to love this. She keeps saying she wishes she could have seen her husband in his one more time." The dining room table was set for 3, my wedding china, the silverware we got as an engagement gift. I walked into my own kitchen like a guest and started unpacking the steaks. He poured wine into glasses I'd bought for our 5th anniversary. "Harley should be here any minute," he said, checking his phone. "She's been at her grief counseling, goes twice a week still." "This is really cool of you, man, making dinner for strangers." "We're not strangers," I said quietly. "Not anymore." That's when we heard the key in the lock. The door opened, and I heard her voice, that same voice that told me she loved me before every deployment, that promised to wait for me, that swore I was her everything. "Babe, whose truck is that in the—" She walked into the dining room and stopped mid-sentence. The color drained from her face like someone pulled a plug. The grocery bag in her hands hit the floor. Eggs cracked. Milk started pooling. "You're supposed to be dead," she whispered. Her boyfriend looked between us, confusion spreading across his face. "Harley, who is this?" I stood up slowly, straightening my uniform. "I'm her husband, the dead one. I think we need to talk." I led them to my living room. Full story on channel, link below.